We are in the red dot. It's red. Red, motherfuckers. Red. You know why it's red? Because it is a slug 'em down. I'm just checking the volume. Make sure we're good. We had a volume check last time.
Mic check.
Boom.
1 2 1 2.
Yeah, it's ID. For those who know, I don't disagree. It is segment 2 on a slug 'em down. Sip 'em slow.
Cheers.
Cheers. The bluish hue. The bluish hue. Can feel my plums. Anyway. IDD, for those who know, I don't disagree. That is Law Dog in the house, the highly questionable one. The redoubtable one might be joining us for segment 3. He's at Maddie's competition. We wish her well. She's kicking ass and taking names. Usually she is because Maddie pisses excellence. So anyway, trust me, she got into Virginia Tech without even fucking just looked at him. Oh, yeah, you're the one. Yeah,
Man,
Maddie's Maddie's that girl. Like if you have a daughter, she turns out something like this one. Trust me. That's a testament to the parents, by the way. So hopefully the redoubtable one joins us. But segment 2, we are doing a litmus test. Because again, the selection show is less than 24 hours away. Michigan State will not be in the final tomorrow, but they did finish in the top 4. They're ranked 7th in the country. Obviously, the Blue Devils won their conference tournament short-handed. Mm-hmm. They're looking like the overall number 1 seed right now. We're going to start with Michigan State. In spite of the loss, again, Wisconsin, he was right about that. They are legit.
Anybody that watched that game knows.
But I watched them. I had not really seen them.
Yeah.
I saw them play. We talked about this in another show, where I said I'd seen them probably twice, but they were blowing somebody out, and they weren't really. I just turned them off. Mm-hmm. But then he brings them up in his first loaded 16. Mm-hmm. So then he forced me to take a second look. I've seen them 3 times now, including today.
Yep,
they are impressive.
They hit their threes. They can beat anybody.
But they don't.
Yeah.
This is
not a lot of turnovers today.
This is the type of team, when you think of the term or the phrase "tough out," they define tough out because you're going to have to beat them. They're not going to beat themselves. This is not the Boston Celtics who will hand you a game every now and then. Usually when you're in their home because they're very hospitable. So, no, this isn't Wisconsin. They're a different animal. Okay, you have to beat them. They don't make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah,
they are very well coached. He said
they're a good squad.
They are very well coached, and look. They have talent. They don't have overwhelming talent. But they have good talent, but they outplay you. Mm-hmm. And they outplayed Michigan State today for a lot of that game. And Michigan State is used to outplaying other people. So to have a team that could match them in that regard, that's not a knock on Michigan State.
No, Michigan State. The thing that was impressive with them is they didn't quit.
No.
Right? I mean, Wisconsin could never pull away.
No.
And even in the very last moment when they could have closed the game, Tanjay misses the 2 free, 91% free throw shooter, misses two free throws, and then gets it back as he goes and knocks the ball out of Fears' hands as he was going up for a shot. Looked like a foul at first, especially from, because I was wearing green and white. It really looked like a foul. But indeed was it. Tanjay had a good game, 32 points, and honestly, I give him credit, man. I wasn't upset about that. If you're going to lose, you better lose now, because if you're going to try to make a title run, you
got to win
lose
6 in a row.
You got to win 6 in a row.
You better come in off.
If you're going to lose, I'd rather lose in the Big Ten.
I'm going to say, if I have to choose this, and we'll get into Duke in a minute, but I would almost rather come in off a loss, especially if I know I have an elite team, which Michigan State does.
And Michigan State can use.
I would say this. Wisconsin might be underrated nationally.
Michigan State can also use a little motivation from the fact that Michigan is
I'm
in
curious.
the Big Ten championship game, and I'm sure that makes them sick because Michigan State.
This Wisconsin-Michigan game tomorrow is going to be good.
Yeah,
it's going to be good tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're going to find out a lot tomorrow.
It'll be good. I like Wisconsin to win it.
Yeah,
I mean, I ain't been a hater. I just think they're the better squad.
They might be, but I'll tell you right now, it's going to be a good game.
It's going to be a good squad.
Michigan is a good team. They
are a good team. And I mean, I think their guards, if they could shoot better, they'd be a really good team. They got the bigs.
Well, that's why I don't see them making a Final Four run, because guard play, which translates into shooting as well.
Right, and depending where they get seeded, Michigan usually gets
in this tournament
the luck of the draw on that.
In this tournament, guards win.
Yes,
you cannot advance in this tournament without guards.
Nope,
you can't.
Nope, and I think we got great guard play.
They have great guard play. Yep. Wisconsin has great guard play. Duke has great guard play. And a lot of these SEC teams, guard play is everything in the NCAA tournament. Because, and let me tell you why. And no one thinks about this.
Yeah.
Part of what makes this tournament the most watched sporting event in the world when it's going on, and the most bet on, by the way, is because there is no home court. Like all of these games are at neutral sites, supposedly. Now everyone, and then there's one in Charlotte. Carolina do get a bye in the first 2 rounds, as I call them. And it happens in Texas every now and then.
Sure. Yeah, I mean,
it happens. It balances out. Okay, but the point is, for the most part, there's no home court advantage. So, and the one and done scenario, and you're generally not playing a team you know.
Yeah.
I mean, upsets happen like a motherfucker.
Because of matchups.
It is so hard to win 6 games in a row when the venue's going to change every weekend. You're going to face 6 different opponents, and you probably haven't seen any of them during the regular season, so you don't have a lot to go on. So the term survive in advance, which Krzyzewski is the one that coined that. It's what it is.
Yep.
Because you got to survive the first 2 weekends to get to the Final Four.
Yep.
And then you got to win again to get to, so one team is going to win 6 games in a row out of 69. Think about these odds. One team out of 69 is going to win 6 games in a row.
Man, that's crazy.
Do you think about that? That's insane.
That's insane.
Only one. So to his point about it, I'd almost rather be Michigan State coming off a loss than say Duke. Although in Duke's case, it's a little different because they were down 2 starters, and one of them is probably the best player in America, and they still won that tournament. It's a good conference.
You know, one of the things you learned about Michigan State today is I think they know who they're only going to have a 7 or 8 man rotation, right? Mm-hmm. There you got Booker went out there. There were 4 things in a row that he did wrong. Yeah. He's got height. He wants to shoot threes. He's missing that. He's missing free throws. He's an 80% free throw shooter. He's dropping the ball out of bounds. You know, he's causing all kinds of. So he's gonna be at the end of your bench. You know what I mean? It's gonna have to happen.
Yeah.
But I like the guard play with Michigan State, and I think this wouldn't surprise me. I don't think anyone's talking about Michigan State winning a national championship, but could they make the Final Four? This is a team.
Yeah.
This is an Izzo team that would make the Final Four. There's no real star. Did you know that the Big Ten Coach of the Year, we win the Big Ten.
Yeah.
We didn't have anyone, not one player, on the first, second, or third teams.
They didn't have one player.
Not one player.
Make
Jace
all
Richardson.
conference?
No, not one. You can look it up. It's crazy.
They won the regular season title, and not one guy made one of those.
Because you got basically 2 guys that average double figures, and the rest of the guys are average 8 and 9. So everybody chips in.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. Now, Jace Richardson has had I think it's 11 games in a row now where he has been in double figures. So he was an absolute stud today. And they're going to have to find a very large duffel bag for him not to go to the NBA draft.
Yeah.
He's
sure.
I had people saying he was going to be better than his dad. I thought Jason Richardson was a really good NBA player. He had great hops. He was a good shooter. He was a dunk contest winner. He's an all-star. I don't know. I just felt like there was no way he was going to be as good as his dad. Man, right now he's as good as his dad. Like Jace is and he's left-handed.
Lefty.
He's a lefty. Yeah, I mean, dude, listen. And we looked at his feet today. It was funny. Ashley looked at the TV and goes, "Hey, look at his feet." I go, "He's got perfect placement. It's perfect footwork." But anyway, like I said, if they make the Final Four, that'd be great. I would not be surprised to see Michigan State make an Elite 8 run. And if they lost, I'd be like, you know what? We're almost there, but we're not quite on that
Elite
level.
8 would be where if they lose in that round, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you're probably going to lose to an SEC team.
I think
right?
at that point, you're probably running into one of those juggernauts. But here's the thing. And he says Final Four, I say national championship. And I'll tell you why. Because the other thing that matters in this tournament is coaching.
Yeah, and Tom Izzo is definitely.
We
got one of the top 5 coaches left.
He is one of the 5 best coaches in America right now.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's the thing. If they get to the Final Four, they can win it.
Yeah.
They can.
They can.
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
They can now. Now, this is the thing. Depending on the draw, and this is where today's loss might have hurt them. And I still, I don't know if they're probably going to be a 3 seed because they're going to drop a little bit in these rankings. And Wisconsin's going to move up, and some other teams are going to move up. And I just don't know if they're going to be. They should be a 2, but I wouldn't be shocked if they're a 3.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be shocked. So. I think if they had won this round, but then lost tomorrow in the championship, they're no lower than a 2. There's no way. But the fact they lost today, there's a chance they're a 3. Which, don't get me wrong, that doesn't derail them. I'm just saying that in terms of the matchups, and again, this depends on what region they're in and who's I can see them getting to the Elite 8 but before they, depending on the draw, before they face a hiccup, or if they, because you know they always have one bracket where you're like, Jesus Christ, it's murderer's row.
Right.
What
That's
if they
usually
get
the
in
one
that?
Michigan State's
Yeah.
in.
What if they get in that bracket?
I remember one year we had to be like
saying,
North Carolina,
what if,
Duke,
I'm saying, what
Kansas,
if,
and then we had got to North Carolina. It was like, all right, well, we can't beat every blue blood in America. It was crazy. I was like Texas, Kentucky.
But
I can't remember what year that was.
They
but
might
I was
get
like,
they might get an easy draw where there's not 5 SEC teams in that bracket.
Yeah.
Like so, and then they're gonna face one. Oh, he's mad. Oh, dude, you know what happened?
Yeah, I saw Cade got ejected, but I don't understand
Back-to-back
why.
technicals though.
Well,
why back-to-back?
Yeah, I don't know.
Usually you don't get back-to-back.
Yeah, I mean, usually you can say a lot
You
of
get
shit.
one, the
even
refs
after
will give
one,
you some time to cool off, and
Yep.
wow,
Yeah, that's crazy.
What happened?
Well, they still played
Was
inspired.
it because of fucking those? That's 1-point game,
Wow. Malik
They're
Beasley
right there.
out balling.
and that's without their best player. Oh,
Oh yeah, he's just
broke him.
nasty. Shai is
Tatum outplayed
Shai is
him.
really good. He's really good at basketball.
yeah, he's a good basketball player. He's very good at the sport.
The
They're
Pistons are
down
not going
one.
away.
They don't even have Cade Cunningham.
Not going away. It's a 2-point game with less than 3 minutes to play.
He pushed off there. You see
Oh,
the elbow?
they didn't call
They
it.
didn't call it. He pushed off there. Ooh.
Oof. Oh. Are you serious? That's filthy.
That's
Oh my god.
that is filthy.
SGA.
This
the
move
stutter
goes
step.
to the left. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
With the
That's
English, 48 points.
good. Oh yeah. Yeah, he balled out. Wow.
Yeah, he's winning the MVP.
Yeah, he is. 40 points.
I thought Tatum outplayed him in Boston. He did, but Jaylen Brown decided not to show him. And they shot 63 threes. But anyway, stupidity is fine.
Him or Joker too could win it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's Gilchrist.
But they're probably gonna give it SGA.
Gilchrist is going to get it because they got a better record. They're the 1 seed than Denver.
Yeah. that
And
makes
he's
sense.
been ahead of him all year long, so there's no way he's not getting it. Barring injury or something stupid like that. No, he's getting it. That's his 45th plus point game of the season. Okay? Yeah.
Kendrick Perkins. Speaking of beefs, because I thought you had Stephen A on the list, but
We do. We'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, we're doing checks. All right, so Michigan
yeah.
State.
Oh, yeah.
I
We're
say
good. We're good.
he says Final Four. I say if they get there, they can win it because they've got
Yeah,
Izzo.
I think
They've got Izzo.
and again, a
And-
lot of it depends on where we get seated, who we're playing. I mean, because
Yeah.
and I'm not making an excuse. I think that's everybody.
For the record, I think they should be a 2 seed. If they are
I
not,
think so. Yeah, I think so.
If they are not, I'm going to be a little.
So
depending
as
on
a-
who it is in front of them, I don't know.
And listen, as a 2 seed, you should get to the second weekend, right? 100%.
Yeah,
so
easily.
if you're not going to get to the second weekend, then
And then depending
'cause listen,
on
Michigan State's gone
and
there
then
as a 2
again,
seed
depending
before,
on upsets,
and
because
lost.
this is the thing about this bracket.
Yeah,
A lot of higher seeds are going to lose in this tournament.
I think
A
so.
lot of them.
Yeah.
Because this is the deepest, most
Yeah.
I think there's 10 teams that I think could win this thing. I could see, and UConn isn't one of them.
Yeah.
And they would be there's 11 teams because to me I could see UConn depending on the draw.
Yep.
And they've got a coach who's been there, and they've got 3 starters they've got experience. You don't want to see them. You don't want to see them, okay?
Nope.
So they could make a run. They're 11. Okay? That's where I put them in terms of who could I see making a deep run. And again, compared to the 16 these guys, I wouldn't put them in that 16. They're 17.
Mm-hmm.
They're 17. But again, a lot of higher seeds I think are going to get beat.
Yeah.
Tom's not going to be here for segment 2, but we're going to do Duke real quick. Look, they won their championship today. Short-handed, 2 starters missing, including the player of the year, I believe, in Cooper Flag. Duke Blue Devils showed a lot of things in this tournament. One, they're loaded.
Yeah, resilience.
They're loaded.
I mean,
resilience is one thing, but they're loaded.
you have a
They've got
generational player. It's not just the
yeah,
best player in the country.
But the second and third guy are really starting to show what the big man and the kid Kneppel, this fucker can play.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Luka.
Yeah.
He plays a lot like Luka. He plays to
Beast.
his pace, but unlike Luka, this kid plays D too. Okay, because Luka still doesn't guard a chair. He's not man to man. So anyway, the thing is, I can't believe they got ejected.
Yeah, it's
Back-to-back
weird.
technicals.
Back-to-back
You don't
technicals.
get tackles.
You don't get back-to-back
No,
technicals.
it's hard to do.
He must have said something.
Do you think it was the whole Bill Durham thing where he's like, Crash called the guy a cocksucker. And he goes, "You're a cocksucker. You're a cocksucker." Damn it! He throws him out. He goes, "Pretty please beg me. Make me say it. Beg me." Say it. He goes, "You're a cocksucker. You're a cocksucker." Damn it! He throws his shit. Then he gets mad at him. He warns
That's
him.
a great reference.
There's a warn. He warns him, "Don't call me a cocksucker.
Yeah.
You just spit on me. You don't call me." He goes, "Pretty please beg." "I dare you." He goes, "You're a cocksucker. You're a cocksucker." Damn it! He throws him out.
Oh, that's great.
That is Bull Durham.
That's a great movie.
We are entering baseball season. If you have one of those up all nights, like we were talking video games, but a movie, Bull
It's a
Durham.
great movie.
Bull
Kevin
Durham.
Costner doesn't really do any bad movies.
No, he really
Think about
doesn't.
any movies.
Has
like,
he had a bust?
I don't know. Like, I liked Mr. Brooks. That was a cool movie. Field of Dreams is my all-time favorite.
Has
sports
Kevin
movie.
Costner had a bust?
No, Bodyguard was good.
Yeah, even movies that I would consider bad, they're not bad because
Bull Durham.
He was great. He is great in Bull Durham. He was great.
Draft Day was good.
Dude, The Untouchables.
Untouchables.
Elliot Ness.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
When he pushed fucking what's his nuts off the top of the hotel there? No,
Man.
he put, what was the guy's name? He was the hitman, Frank Nitti.
Yep.
And he fucking goes, he died. He fucking mocks him because he killed his friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
He goes, he died like a pig. I said, your friend died screaming like a stuck Irish pig. Now
What else, man? What
think
else?
about that when I beat the
Now I
rat.
gotta look up
And
all
then
like Kevin
he
Costner
takes him, he
movies.
pushes him off the fucking edge. He goes, "Did he sound anything like that?" Oh my God, it was a great fucking line. It was a great fucking line. It was a Doc Holliday type line. Kevin Costner, I mean, he doesn't have a lot of bad movies.
All right, so let's see here. Some of these I've not seen.
Dances with Wolves. He's been
Dances
in
with Wolves. Oh my God.
Robin Hood.
Fastball.
Robin Hood. He was cool as Robin Hood.
Yep. Some of these I don't even. Man of Steel.
He was a cool Robin Hood. He was really good at Robin Hood. He's got a lot of them, man.
Swing Vote. I don't think I've ever seen that. The Guardian. That was good.
Guardian was good.
Yeah. Some of these other ones I have not seen.
He's done a lot.
Man, For the Love of the Game was
Dude,
good.
Tin Cup.
Oh my
Fucking
God,
Tin Cup. Tin Cup, he was great.
Man.
He was fucking great. Rene Russo, by the way, under Prime.
Oh yeah.
God.
Wyatt Earp.
Yeah.
When he was with Rene Russo.
JFK.
JFK. Oh my God.
JFK. Yeah, and I'm telling
Dances
you.
with
yeah,
Wolves.
Dances with
Yeah,
Wolves.
Untouchables. No Way Out was good too.
Yeah. I'm just saying, man.
Man, he's got a lot of movies, dude.
Yeah.
He
Anyway,
goes way
back to Duke.
Big Chill. Oh my God.
Duke, assuming here's the question with Duke. This is all about health. Now, they're going to be probably the overall number one seed because they won their conference tournament and they did it after they lost two of their top three players.
Yeah.
And the ACC is no worse than the third-ranked conference. It's the SEC, the Big 12, and I think the ACC this year, if I had to go in terms of talent and all this other crap. And that's because Duke has been sitting on top of – and now Louisville and Clemson and Wake Forest came on, and Carolina was on the bubble. So Duke is in a top three power conference. They've been in the top three all year. They beat Auburn.
Yeah.
And they were number one before the ACC tournament started because Auburn had lost two in a week. So, and then Duke loses two of their top three and they win their conference tournament. So Duke's probably going to be the overall number one seed. Now, what does that mean? We said it before, we'll say it again. I'll say it again. 10 teams.
Yeah.
10 teams can win this fucking
Easy.
thing.
Easy.
That means, and in terms of UConn, the two-time defending national champion, is a dark horse.
Man.
Wisconsin is ranked 18th in the country. Are you fucking kidding me? There are
Man.
17 teams better than that one. What? I don't know. But yeah, I'm just saying this is fucked up. This is fucked up.
It's crazy.
And I mean that in a good way. I'm not mad about it. I'm
On
just
Rotten
like, wow.
Tomatoes, I ranked you can rank. There's a ranking of the top 5 Kevin Costner movies. You'll be happy to know that Bull Durham is ranked number 1 on
Absolutely
Rotten Tomatoes. It's like a 97%.
It's either Bull Durham,
Yeah.
JFK, or
JFK's not
fucking-
in there. They've got here's his top 5, which you won't
He's
dispute.
not his top 5.
Hidden Figures is in here.
Okay, I don't know. I never saw that.
No Way Out, Field of Dreams,
Yeah.
Dances with Wolves.
Yeah,
I mean,
I knew those.
Dances with Wolves won Best Picture, right? So
Yeah.
I mean that was pretty good. But yeah, JFK's 7.
Dude,
so
JFK.
he was so good. in that.
JFK and the Untouchables.
And the Untouchables is 9.
Those two should be 1 and
Molly's
2.
game.
I would say there's a 1 and 2 for him. Elliot Ness and the Untouchables.
Mr. Brooks was a great one.
Yeah,
too.
that was great. I'm just saying he Kevin Costner. I don't know. He doesn't have many, but Tin Cup and Bull Durham. Oh my God, Tin
Great
Cup
movies.
is fucking hysterical. Anyway, but back to Duke here for a minute. So, question number 1, Cooper Flag.
Yep.
He's not on a boot. He was on the bench again today, so he didn't have an air cast or anything on. So my guess is that he's assuming they play Thursday. If it's Friday, maybe he doesn't play. I think he could play the first round game, but they might, because they're going to be a 1. They could probably beat the 16 seed without him.
Yeah.
I mean, I might just sit him. And again, the thing about it is one and done. So you can't just play. Well, we'll get by. No, there's no tomorrow.
We got 2 days.
No,
right?
but you're assuming you're going to beat that team. There have now been 2 16 seeds to beat a 1 seed, so it has happened.
Right, which is crazy.
It has happened. So Shire's in a real pickle here because conventional wisdom would say you can see him and beat the 16 seed. You just won the ACC tournament without him. You just faced 3 teams that would all be higher than a 16 seed if they were in the tournament. So you can bench him. That's conventional wisdom. However, if they do that and lose, and he could have played.
Oh yeah.
This is a conundrum.
That would be.
This is a legitimate.
When we beat Zion in the Final Four, or the Elite 8. We knocked Zion out. And Zion was a lock, man. He was going to be a #1 pick.
He wasn't a moment.
Yeah, I mean, but at the time, it was like he was a lock, man. And it seemed they were going to make the Final Four.
They thought they were the favorite to win it.
They were the favorite to win it.
Cam Reddish was on that team.
And then,
3 of those guys.
And then, that was the year that we went and played Texas Tech. And
Who was the third guy? 3 Duke players off that team, freshmen, got drafted in the top 7. It was him, Cam Reddish, and who was the other kid?
Oh, it was Cam Reddish.
R.J. Barrett.
R.J. Barrett. Yep, R.J. Barrett.
3 of them went in the top 7 of the NBA draft.
Yeah.
And they lost in the final 8.
Spartan Dogs. Every once in a while, we'll get
They
them.
were freshmen.
Yep, that's
no
right.
experience.
Yeah.
So
you got these big game experience in these big games, and
but this is where coaching matters. John Shire. This is the thing. But this is where Duke. See, here's the thing. Whatever decision Shire makes,
he's got 2 years on his belt now, right?
It's not that.
Yeah.
He's got wisdom beyond his years.
Yeah.
Like this kid is an excellent coach, and the national championship would put him in that Dan Hurley conversation. Because he's young, he's a lot younger than Hurley is, by the way.
Yeah.
He's following the legend. I mean, Coach K is the best coach in this game since John Wooden. It's John Wooden and it's him. And he's been to more Final Fours than John Wooden.
Yeah.
In the modern era. So he's been to 16 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So
amazing?
It's amazing. And he changed with the times. He was 5 national championships. He could have won.
Izzo's been to 8. I mean, and
and
that's a lot of Final Fours.
Yeah, that's half of Krzyzewski.
Half of Coach K.
That's half of Coach K. So, John Shire, talk about this is like following Michael Jordan or Tom Brady or somebody like that. You know, or Tiger Woods.
They always say you shouldn't follow.
You don't want to follow that or Bill Belichick. This is if you follow or Red Auerbach, following that guy. You know that guy. So, for Shire to be this successful this soon.
It's pretty.
Where the NIL has come into play now, and this is the highest.
This is what you have to understand about this, though.
Yeah, he's not just a great coach; he's a great recruiter. Like and Hurley's like this. He's a great recruiter. Like to win in this era will be harder because if one kid who's significant thinks he's not, he just bolt for more money, and someone will bid on him if it's going to be harder now to maintain than ever before because these guys can literally jump. You could play on 4 teams in 4 years.
Yeah,
you're
crazy.
A hired gun.
Yeah,
you can do it, and there's no NCAA to worry about. They're out of it. Fucking, they're done. It's a long time overdue. These kids should have been getting paid a long time ago when you were taking in money off them. Like
oh my god,
and they were getting none of it.
So much money was made.
Yeah. You were talking about we paid you a scholarship. Scholarship's $100,000. You're getting millions. Okay, millions. Shut the fuck up. And that's just in the whole from making the tournament. Never mind all the fucking merchandise.
I'm looking for the Big Ten champion there, but I don't see that.
Tomorrow.
No, it's for the women.
Oh yeah.
Who won it? Oh, UCLA. That's right. I always forget UCLA's in the Big Ten.
This whole fucking thing.
It's wild. Yeah,
I love the Pac-12. I was happy with 5 power conferences.
Shia.
Oh, here's Duke right now. Big man, big African man, large African man, large.
He is. Yeah, he's got to be 7 foot.
He's 7'1", 7'1" with a wingspan like Kevin McHale.
Oh,
in the corner, bang. Duke, short-handed. It's funny we're talking about Duke. Here's Duke on the highlights. And again, Louisville's a very good team. 27-6, coming in 18-2 in the conference. That's a Power 3 conference. So if you're 18-2 in a Power 3 conference, you're legit. I don't care if the ACC's in a down year or not. They still have Wake Forest, Carolina, Georgia Tech. There are some teams in the middle there that were pretty damn good. So there was a down year for them, but
Wide open.
if Duke ends up in the Final Four, the ACC ain't going to be down very long. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, I think Duke is in good position. It's all about the health of this kid, and he does have a conundrum. But as I was saying, I trust John Shire.
Yeah. I mean, he's earned it.
But the thing about him is, he's
So
not.
young.
But he's not arrogant.
No,
he's not in your face.
You got like that. Yeah.
He has a quiet demeanor, confidence about him. He's not
Yeah.
flashy, but just whenever he makes a decision, it just seems like it works out.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's a snapshot decision or it's something. And I think whatever happens with Cooper Flagg, win or lose, I think he'll have made the right decision. I think he'll do the right thing at the end of the day.
Oh, of course.
He will do the right thing.
Of course.
He will. So, and if he thinks, and again, a lot of it's going to depend on the draw.
Mm-hmm.
If he thinks they can win that game without him, then to your point, wait till Sunday or Saturday.
Well, they've been winning without him.
They
so
have.
They know they can. So they can.
To your point,
can they beat like some random
on paper?
You know, yeah.
They just played 3 teams in a row that if they were in this tournament, none of them would be a 16 seed. They'd all be higher.
Yeah.
They would. So if they can beat those 3 teams without those 2, stands to reason.
Did John Shire play for Duke?
Yeah, he
in
was
high school.
starter, national champion, 2010.
Okay.
Shooting guard. This motherfucker could shoot. I'm surprised he didn't get drafted.
I don't
thought he
remember
was a 6'6" shooter.
What squad was he on? The Anthony
Shane
Davis
Battier.
squad? Oh, the Battier squad? That's good. He's
He
a
was
young
strong.
dude. Like he'll be there.
He went
as long as
right
he
into
wants.
coaching.
Yeah.
He was Coach K's first top recruiter, then became his head assistant. And
Yeah.
then he just went. He's been there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he was on this. He as
Who
a
was
coach.
the guy?
He
that
has a
was
ring
there,
as a
the
coach.
light-skinned dude that
was.
was there before that was going to be the guy to take over, but then he left and went and
He's
coached.
he's in Boston.
uh,
Harvard or BU? Harvard.
yeah.
Amaker.
No, it wasn't Tommy Amaker. It was another guy. Oh, it's gonna bug me now.
It's bugging me.
I can see his face.
I thought it was Amaker. You sure it was Amaker?
No, because Amaker ended up at Harvard and then he was at Michigan for a little bit toward the end.
No, he's still coaching at Harvard right now.
He went back to Harvard, right?
He's there now. I don't know if
Yeah, he left. I'm pretty sure he was at Harvard initially. Where was he at initially?
Look up.
Yeah,
He was,
let's look up
he was Johnny
Tommy
Dawkins, the other one.
Nope, not Johnny Dawkins either. You'll know what I'm talking about.
So look at Amaker.
Yeah, let's look at Amaker.
Where is he? He's somewhere. Tommy Amaker.
Yeah.
Look, I think Duke has an excellent chance if they can get healthy. And the conundrum here is, can you get through the first round without Cooper Flagg?
Tommy Amaker is from Falls Church, Virginia. I did not know that he is where he's from.
Oh, yeah. Where's he now?
Let's see here. He's at Harvard now.
Okay.
Did
he leave? Look at his coaching career.
Yep, that's what I'm looking at.
Look at this whole thing. I didn't know.
He's also a middle name guy. His first name is Harold. Did not know that. Okay. No, he was at Seton Hall first.
Yeah.
Yep. Then he went to Michigan and he sucked. Mm-hmm. And then he's been at Harvard since 07.
Yeah.
So he's been there for a long time.
Yeah, Harvard.
Got an NIT ring.
Yeah, it does.
In 04.
Yeah.
With the Michigan Wolver Queens.
Mm-hmm.
He is. Man, he's coached all 800 games. Wow.
I'm saying.
Tommy Amaker's been there a long time. All right, so let's see. Coach K assistants.
So I'm liking, I should say, Duke's position. Flagg, the good news, Flagg's walking around with no crutch, no this, so something tells me he's going to be ready to go Thursday or Friday. Just by the way he's acting, okay? So, but if he's not 100% and you're...
Forgot about Quinn Snyder.
Yes,
He's another one.
Yeah, Utah. He's been with the Jazz forever. I think he's with the Hawks now. I don't know.
Me.
But anyway, look at the point is Duke is in a very good position where since they're going to be probably the number 1 overall seed, they actually, if they wanted to, I think they could probably rest him and get away with it.
Yeah.
And then depending on who they draw in the second round, maybe they can get away with 2. Who knows? Because there's always an upset in that 8-9 game. Who the fuck knows, right? So there's a chance. There's that chance. And would it shock me? No, not after what I saw, because Duke is legitimate. They are deep. They have a good mixture of youth and experience. They have size. They have speed. They defend you. They don't.
Jeff Capel. I couldn't think of him.
Hall. No, not Seton Hall.
He's at
Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Yeah. None of them were like Shire. Shire has done a remarkable job. He is following one of those dudes.
Chris Collins.
He's one of those dudes where you go, it's not the guy following him, it's the next guy, because he's one of those dudes. And when you're one of those dudes, the guy that follows you never succeeds.
11 coaches and players. Tommy Amaker, Mike Bray, who's at Notre Dame, Jeff Capel, Pittsburgh, Chris Collins.
Porzingis back.
Johnny
Flush
Dawkins. Hurley's at ASU. Dawkins is at Central Florida. Steve Wojciechowski. Marquette. Shire, obviously. And then you got Kenny Blakeney. He's at Howard. Blakeney. Quinn Snyder is...
Blakeney.
Quinn Snyder's at Atlanta now. He's not at the Jazz.
He was
yeah.
Jazz for a long time.
This is not updated. But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty impressive. You know what I mean?
Oh, look, the Celtics blowing into the lead in the fourth quarter. Pritchard sets the record. Most three-pointers all-time passes Wayne Ellington, baby, in a season. He bitch-slapped Wayne. Peyton Pritchard. P to the little P. Porzingis flushing on everyone. And staring people down that he doesn't know their names. Oh, but they didn't go away. Oh, that means Boston missed a free throw because they missed a free throw. Why would you miss the free throw? He missed the free throw.
Oh, God.
Oh, you know why? Because he didn't have enough time. They had no timeouts. He couldn't get a shot off.
They got snuck out of that one.
They were winning the whole time. They were, but they let them back in.
Of course.
49-19.
What is it about Boston there? Why are they the heart attack kids?
Because they think they're better. They think teams quit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They are the definition of take your foot off the gas.
Jesus, man, that is crazy.
That's who they are. Anyway, I love fuck them. Anyway, I love Duke. I love what Duke did this weekend, short-handed winning that tournament. That says a lot. So I think they could if they have to. Hopefully they don't. But if they have to flag a couple more days as a 1 seed, they might be able to do and get away with it. If they can, more power to them. That's when they have a chance.
Yeah.
So, but I like that. I love what John Shire is doing, and he's he's got a quiet confidence about him. He's not arrogant. I love Danny Hurley. I played against Danny Hurley, but in AAU, but he's got a little. Actually, to his credit, when they did the documentary today,
yeah,
the guy who was doing it, who's the guy? Jeremy Schaap. And he's like, he goes, tell me you remember this moment, don't you? And they go, yeah. He tells the ref, don't turn your back on me. I'm the best fucking coach in the country, in the business. And Hurley goes, yeah, I remember it. He's like, yeah, what'd you? He's like, totally embarrassing.
Yeah.
He fell on the story. He's like, yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
He thought he was big. He was big time in it there.
He is big time. I mean, the thing about it is he's won back-to-back coaching.
Yeah. He is the man. I can't even take away.
The other three coaches that have done it are Billy Donovan, who's still coaching in the pros, Mike Krzyzewski, and John fucking Wooden. Yeah. That's the table we're talking about. So when he sells the guy in that moment where he gets all, I'm the best fucking guy in the business, don't you turn your back on me. I mean, if you're him, meaning, or you have that stature, and that slips out, am I going to hold it against you? No. Because he's not lying. If the guy who says that hasn't ever been to an NCAA tournament, or hasn't been to a Sweet 16 or an Elite 8, or actually not a Sweet 16, you have to get to a Final Four before you can even try to say something like that.
I agree.
Because if you're not, then it sounds ridiculous. He's won back-to-back national titles. Last guy to do it was Billy Donovan, who's in the pros still. And Mike Krzyzewski was the guy before him. Look at this table, and John Wooden who won through. He can say that. He's not lying.
Yeah.
He's not lying. Okay, so while I get it's arrogant and I get it's cocky, well, I don't even know if it's cocky because it's true. Mm-hmm. Cocky is when it's not true. It's true. So you want to go with arrogant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know who else was arrogant? Larry fucking Bird.
Everybody that was
Magic,
great.
Michael,
all
Tom Brady,
Shaq.
They're
all arrogant.
Fucking Peyton, Joe Montana, all arrogant.
Yep.
It happens. It happens when you're that great.
Yeah.
When you're that great, you're arrogant, and that's one of the reasons why you intimidate people.
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's an asshole. No, he's a champion.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah,
you
shocker.
You challenged him, and oh look, he bit. Like it's like one of those like it's like the don't put your hand in the
Bill
cage.
Russell got up there and looked them all down the line and said, "I'd kick all your asses."
I'll kick all your asses.
And he's like 80
He's
something.
like 80, and they all laugh,
arrogant.
but they're like, oh yeah, what if he was 28? Ask Wilt Chamberlain, who was bigger than all of you. Yeah. He couldn't deal with him. I mean, Bill Russell got 54 rebounds in a game.
That's crazy.
I don't care what area you're in. 54 fucking rebounds in a game.
That's wild.
That's insane.
That's like every rebound.
That's like every. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he because of him, Red Auerbach was able to invent the fast break offense, which was based off your defense. And who better than Bob fucking Cousy, the first great point guard, to be in the middle of that. Mm-hmm. So Bill Russell started all that. And Wilt Chamberlain, 7'1", 285 with a 48-inch vertical leap. There is no big man in the history of the sport that athletic.
Man.
That big and that athletic? Fuck you.
Yeah.
He still owns 50-something records. He's been dead for like 30 years.
Wilt
He's been. Did
he die? He's been gone that long?
63 years old. He was young.
When did he die? Now we gotta look that up.
But he was 63.
He was young. I remember that.
Yeah, he betted 1,000 women.
A lot more than that.
He bent over 1,000.
Well, he said 20,000 women. He
Yeah,
banged.
it was
that.
over 20,000.
I'm surprised his
That alone
dick didn't fall.
That alone
That's
is heroic,
amazing.
isn't it? It's heroic.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Man, you're right. He passed away in '99.
He's been around. He's been gone almost 30 years.
Holy shit, man!
He still owns over 50 NBA records. And as he said, and Bill Walton regales us with this tale of him and Michael Jordan arguing at a table about the greatest of all time. And when they get up to leave, as Stern is, for the big fucking 50 photo, he turns back to Jordan, and this is Walton telling the story. He goes, remember something, Mike. They changed the rules to make it harder for me to dominate, and they changed the rules to make it easier for you to dominate. And Jordan had no response. So
this dude was...
Bill Walton is the one telling that story. Okay, who's one of the 50 greatest players of all time. You want to argue with him? Go ahead. Wilt Chamberlain, yeah. If you dropped him into this era, he'd average 50 easy.
Wilt retired in '73 too, which is pretty crazy because for some reason I felt like he played late '70s, but obviously not.
He was like a 3-sport All-American in high school. Like did the high jump, volleyball, basketball.
And he's got just a decorated career, bro.
It's just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous all the records he owns.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan does not own
4 teams retired his number, including
4.
the Globetrotters, which is pretty cool. That's amazing because he was a Globetrotter before he even entered the NBA.
Yeah, Wilt Chamberlain in any.
His jersey retired as
Sixer first, and then the Lakers
as the Jayhawks too.
Jayhawks. Oh yeah,
and he had 31,000 points. It wasn't like 23,000.
He averaged 50 points a game for a season.
That's crazy.
50.
He still holds 72 records.
72 records. I said over 50. I didn't know that. He's been dead since 1999. He's been retired since 73.
He once averaged 50 points per game as well as 48 minutes per game in a season.
Think about this.
You played every minute.
He scored.
That's crazy.
2 points more than there were minutes in the game.
Oh my God.
Do you understand how fucking hard that is to do?
That is crazy.
So if a game is 48 minutes long, he averaged 50 points.
Wilt is still...
Think about this for a minute. How dominant this motherfucker was. And he had a 48-inch vertical leap. Michael Jordan, who you revere. So picture Michael Jordan, but 7 inches taller.
He had heart problems.
Yeah.
That's too bad, man.
Yeah. And then he betted 20,000 women.
Wow.
I'm saying.
Wow.
Wilt Chamberlain is a god. Okay? And what the hell? What got us here?
Just talking about Wilt and how great he was. College basketball.
We went down a rabbit hole.
We were talking about Arrogance.
Where Bobby Hurley, Danny Hurley is.
No, we started with Bill Russell.
Bill Russell.
And talk about all the great players were arrogant.
Yeah. Yes, they all are. Yeah. In every sport.
Yeah, congestive heart failure.
So, for wild, John Shire to not be that way, he's got a quiet confidence about him that I like. And I think it's kind of settling, soothing, whatever the word is.
Bill and Wilt were like super good friends, man. They
Yeah,
were
they
like, and they're like,
just like Bird and
Bill
Magic.
Russell was, Bird Magic.
Magic.
He's like, Wilt and I will be connected forever. Like, that's kind of cool, man. They're both
amazing.
dead, man. It's wild.
They were icons.
Icons. Oh my god.
Both of
Can you
them.
imagine?
So they're the
You didn't even realize that was good back then. You were just like, this guy is just taller than
William
everybody.
Fenton Russell hangs from this set. That's him. Not Larry Bird, not John Havlicek, not Kevin Garnett or Paul Pierce or even Jason. Bill Russell. 11 titles in 13 years. Think about that.
That's dominant.
It's beyond dominant. It's
Yeah.
the most dominant run in sports history. Even the Yankees didn't do it.
Yeah, nobody's
The
gonna get that.
Canadians didn't do it. No, there's no franchise that's ever been that dominant of a run. 11 and 13. And by the way, the last two he was player coach.
Yeah.
No other athlete in any other sport as player coach did that.
It's amazing.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh, he gets
Ever.
mad respect.
Ever. Not baseball, football, hockey, or the major sports. He did it player coach back to back in basketball.
Man.
You think about that. That'll never change. That's the one that will never be broken. No player will ever be player coach and win in any sport. That will never
Nope.
ever happen again. I will bet
Nope.
anything on it. It'll never happen again. Bill Russell did that twice. Okay, so Michael Jordan didn't do that. Okay, so I don't want to hear. This is why I laugh. Like, I don't care what era it is. 11 and 13 years. You can't argue with that dominance. And Wilt Chamberlain was in the era, and Jerry West was in the era with the logo, by the way. Elgin Baylor, Oscar Rob. Think about the fucking Mikan and fucking, what's it, Bill Beeman. I'm fucking, dude, there's no way.
No way.
11 and 13 years?
That's crazy.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like, it's just ridiculous. I don't care. It's ridiculous. So it's like winning the World Cup.
Yeah.
There was only like 15 teams or whatever the fuck it was. Like, well, the World Cup was only 16. Can you imagine winning
That's
that
so
thing?
many titles. I mean,
Imagine
that's
winning
crazy.
11 out of 13 from the World Cup or something like that. Oh, it's soccer, it's a different sport. Like, still. Dominance is dominance.
Dominance, yeah.
You can't. And when you have adversaries, like.
You got teams that can't even do a three-peat anymore. Like,
The
I feel like
Celtics-
growing up,
the
they were like
Celtics are-
three-peats all the time.
Well, when I was growing up, no. When the Lakers finally repeated.
There were a lot of back-to-backs.
When the Lakers finally repeated in '87, they were the first one to do it. Since the Russell Celtics,
Yeah,
it went 18 years, the NBA went without a repeat champion.
Right. That's crazy.
18,
Yeah.
and then Magic, then the Pistons, then Jordan, then
Yep.
the Lakers with Kobe,
No,
and Shaq,
it was Jordan, and then it was the Rockets.
the Rockets, and then Jordan
and
again,
then Jordan again.
and then the Lakers.
And then Lakers,
Yeah,
yep.
it was like so, and then there was a bit of the Spurs kept winning, but they didn't win back to back. You know, Miami went back to back.
Lakers did it again.
in 9 and 10.
9 and 10, yep.
Yeah, and then
Pistons could have, but they blew it.
yeah, they blew it, and then LeBron did it with the Heat, right? They go back to
Yep,
back
he
with
did.
the
He
Heat.
went back to back, yep.
And then Durant did it with Golden State.
Golden State, and that's the
Steph
last one.
Curry. I shouldn't say Durant. Steph Curry, who's got two without Durant. Steph Curry. Durant has nothing without Curry.
Curry.
So
Chef Curry.
who's 11 on my list? But anyway, the bottom line is, look, Duke's in a great position.
Mm-hmm.
They have they're going to have, I think, a decision to make. I hope he's ready to go. It's not a question, but John Shire, I think, could do this and get away with it. And
Yeah.
and whatever decision he makes, I think he'll make it because he's just a smart dude.
Mm-hmm.
He just gets it. He's not over the top, and I can see why his players love him because he's not over the top. It's not about the problem with Rick Pitino is that it's all about Rick.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care what he says, and even when he says it the other way, it's all about Rick. And Calipari is the same fucking way. So I don't know about Bruce Pearl. I don't think Bruce Pearl is, but something about him. I don't know because he's in the camera a lot. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Bruce
I want to say
Pearl's-
I don't think he is, but I don't know.
He's definitely got he's
Yeah.
under suspicion.
I think he's
I
innocent.
like Calvin Sampson a little bit better than him.
Yeah, he's less of it. Calvin
Yeah.
Sampson reminds me. He's an older version of Shire. John Shire is
Yeah.
like Calvin. I should
Bruce
say.
Pearl,
He's a
I
younger
bet Bruce
version of
Pearl's
him.
dropped off a double bag before.
He might have.
he might have some dirt on him.
I'm just saying he's got a bit of a personality, but I don't know if he's. To me, I'm on the
Yeah.
fence with him. I don't know if it's with Calipari and Patino, it's obvious. It's fucking obvious. Izzo's not like that.
Oh, caviar cream egg. Bunny.
Funny. Yeah.
love
Don't
the
start
cream
with
eggs.
that, dude.
They're so great.
We've been hitting gummies.
I
Do we hit
know.
at a half one between 2 and 3?
No, we don't want to do that. We could smoke, though. We should.
We should smoke.
We should absolutely
We're
do
gonna
that.
find. We're gonna find. Hey, we'll take a break real quick. We're gonna find Yoda and Joe Boo.
That's how we do it.
Two very wise individuals.
Yeah. I mean,
I
they've
think-
never let me down.
I think for segment 3 we need a little guidance.
we
I
might.
think that's fair.
We might do
If
it.
you're gonna get guidance, who better than Joe Boo and Yoda?
That's right.
I'm gonna throw it out there. You let it marinate.
It is very bad to drink
Doesn't
Joe
matter.
Blue's rum.
You don't steal Joe Blue's
Very
run
bad.
number one, but that obviously the words to live by. But Yoda has many things. So we're gonna seek out Joe Blue and Yoda because we need guidance for segment 3, but it's coming right up. So don't you go anywhere. It's a slug him down, sitting back. We gotta find a cocktail. I'm out of the go-go juice. I'm out of the blue hue. I'll just figure it out. Segment 3 coming right up.